Hello, Angela Meiritz-Reid here, Stampin Up demonstrator based in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today I'm sharing with you this card I created for a Stamping Fancy Friday challenge, and also for my downline who recently promoted to Silver Elite. I made hers in the Fresh Freesia because she likes the purple colours. So we're going to recreate this card today in the Fresh Freesia again. So we're going to start with creating the watercoloured panel. Got some scrap paper here and just want a sheet of the fluid 100. So to start with, you want to really flood the piece of watercolour paper with water. Then it stops colour grabbing, and then you end up with these sort of very harsh areas of colour. So not too much, but just enough. And of course, when you add the colour onto it, you can add more water with that. So I've just got the ink, and I'm just putting on a bit of the block here, and use this the water paint with the narrower, not so much brush, and then just add. So depending what sort of look you want, if you want the darker areas, don't squeeze so much, or don't squeeze at all actually, just pop the colour. Straight onto the paper. And it does develop over time. Changes from when you started. And also I added some extra flicks of the ink once it was dry. So just add some darker areas. See? Okay, I think that's okay. So I'm just going to dry that with my heat tool. So won't be a moment. Once it's dry, a couple of different things you can do. You can add some flecks of the full strength ink. So I'll get those a wee dry too. And if you flick the water painter with just water, it will take out colour. Almost it bleaches out where the water flicks on. So just dry that off now. can see the areas where the dark ink and then the areas where I've splattered with just water, and then you can cut that to whatever size you want, but also which piece of the watercolouring you like best. So I'll just pop that one side. So then you're going to start creating the card, and I've got a base of the fresh Hydrangea cardstock. Just burnish along the edge there, and then I'm going to add, just got a layer of basic white, and that is 8.5 centimeters by 12 centimeters. And then I've already gone ahead and trimmed down a piece of watercolouring that I'd done earlier, so I'm going to adhere that onto there. And then based on what you're going to be putting on, you can choose which way you want it around. I think I might pop it like that. Right, just enough glue, and then just pop that centre of your card. Then what I've done to help get a perfect circle, I've die cut this circle here, and I've used 2 of the dies from the Layering Circles dies, and they are, the bigger one is 7.3 centimeters, oopsie, roughly across there, and the smaller one is 5.5. So I've just die cut those to create this circle, and then sort of roughly worked out where I'd like that to be, so I've put some dots there. So I'll just trim that off there. I'm going to add some glue to the back of that circle. Not quite a circle now, but and then just pop it on my card. Oops. Then the next thing I'm going to do is add all these gorgeous little hydrangea flowers. So I have gone ahead and prepared some. I'll just show you what I did with this one here. So die cut those in basic white, and then using the stylus on the end of my pick tool, just circled that in a bit. It does flatten out later, but it just gives it a bit of a start, and then added a pearl to that. Now there are a couple of ways you could adhere these to the circle. You could put glue down and then just add them. You could have done this with the adhesive or glue dots, and I think glue dots are probably my preferred method. Still give you a bit of wiggle room. Just to put that on. Let's see, it's not going to. Stick, and then just start placing them around the circle. So what I've gone ahead and done is popped all these flowers onto glue dots, and using tweezers just going to slide them off and just pop them on to the circle. So you want to sort of scrunch them up to give them a bit of a 3D look. So I'm going to carry on popping these on, and I'm going to speed up the video so you don't have to painstakingly watch me pop these all on. So okay, so we've got those little flowers all stuck down around the circle, and then the next thing we're going to do is pop a little bow, and just in the white baker's twine, and I'm just going to pop that under there. I think another glue dot having left on here. And what I find quite good is with a glue dot, you can just roll it up and scrunch it where you want to adhere something, and just hides away under that flower there. Right, great, perfect. Then the last thing I'm going to do is the sentiment, and I've used the sentiment To an Incredible Woman, which is from the Hydrangea set that comes with these dies. It's the Hydrangea Haven stamp set, and with that I'm just going to stamp that there, and then you can see on this card here I've split them all up. So I have the little trimmer here, and I just popped it in and sliced it all up. So of course I have got them all prepared, just need to trim them down, and I'm going to pop mini dimensionals in the back. So just trim the ends off those. And then on the back, just use, I think, probably only half. Ones are probably about the size that's going to work. Those little strips. This one's a wee bit bigger, but I'm still, I don't know, is it going to, and just fits on. Wee half one in the middle. Right, so then I want to line it up, and I'm just using my tea ruler, which is handy for lining, making sure everything's straight. Nothing worse than when you've gone to all that trouble to make a card and then the sentiment's wonky. Backs off. Just tuck that in there. This is just a little bit fiddly, but worth it. You can use that too as a bit of a gauge. least with little things like this, it's not too hard to get them straight. Right, it looks okay from this angle, and then I'm just going to add the pearls. One here, here, and down here. That looks okay. So there we have it. So a reasonably quick and simple card, I think. The die cutting doesn't actually take too long because there are, I think there are 9 on there, so only a couple of times through on the die cutting machine. And there you have it. So thanks very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye for now.